And now to the 20th anniversary of 9/11. You're looking live at Ground Zero this morning, where 20 years ago, two planes hit the Twin Towers and changed our country forever. Nearly 3,000 people were killed in what became the deadliest terror attacks on U.S. soil. And tomorrow, families will gather at Ground Zero to read the names of all those who lost their lives there. Amy Robach is there at Ground Zero with more. Good morning, Amy.
Hey, good morning to you, Diane. Yes, and I've been talking about this today. I know you've probably been outside. Is exactly the same way it felt 20 years ago, a day shy of 20 years ago. It's a crisp, beautiful September day, and it really just takes you back to that moment. And yes, there are commemorations scheduled to take place tomorrow, as they have each and every year. The names of all of the victims, those who perished here in the Twin Towers, nearly 3,000 people, will be read aloud. And security has been heightened. Police have already sent more battalions down here to make sure that everything is safe as families commemorate this very special and painful anniversary. There is no known credible terror threat. We should point that out. But again, there will be a heightened police presence. We know President Biden will be on hand as well, as you mentioned, for at least part of the ceremony, honoring those 2,700 people who died that day. He will also attend the ceremony at the Pentagon, where 184 people perished when the third plane slammed into that building, and then the one in Shanksville, where hero passengers aboard the fourth plane forced it down before it made it to its intended target in the nation's capital, killing all 40 passengers and crew on board. And while it's been 2 decades, as anyone knows who has lost anyone they loved, the pain is still real, it is still fresh, and there are still 1,000 families, Diane, who don't have that closure that they're looking for. Unidentified remains. A few were able to be identified, actually 2 this past week, 2 decades later, but the work is still continuing, and the pain, of course, is continuing, as it will for all of the anniversaries to come, Diane.
Amazing to think that they're still working to identify some of those remains 20 years later. And Amy, what's it like for these families as they get ready for this annual tradition to read the names of their loved ones and mark 20 years now since their loss?
You know, this is something that is really an unspeakable tragedy. This is the deadliest terror attack on U.S. soil in our country's history, and yet it's so personal for these families who survived, and certainly looking to commemorate and to honor the people who gave their life so bravely in these Twin Towers. We're already starting to see people gather here. When we got to this hotel, which is overlooking the 9/11 memorial, a big group of bikers with their T-shirts, never forget. We're about to do a bike ride around Manhattan in honor of those who have fallen that day. And so many people coming here to pay their respects. And again, so many families still unfortunately looking for closure for their loved ones here who died 20 years ago, Diane.
All right, Amy Robach at Ground Zero. Amy, thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.